Welcome back to Impact Math with Miss Taylor. Alrighty, this is going to be factoring, and we're going to be practicing the GCF, common greatest factor. Okay, I can't speak tonight, but we're gonna get through it. So, factor out the GCF of this. Okay, so when we're looking for the greatest common factor, I want you to take it step by step. So let's just look at the numbers, okay? So if we're looking for 10 and 20, okay, what times what gives you 10? Well, 2 times 5. And then what times what gives us 20? Well, 2 times 2 times 5, okay? When we're looking for the greatest common factor, that means we're looking for things that they have in common. So here you can see they have a 1, 2 in common and 1, 5 in common. So our GCF is going to be 2 times 5, which is 10. That means 10, that's the greatest common factor that can be divided into 10 and 20. Okay. So I like to just put 10 under here because I know I'm going to be dividing that. Now, how you look at your variables is you look at the like x squared. So here I would have a x squared because they both have x squared. Here we have y to the 4th and y to the 7th. Well, I can only take out y to the 4th. Okay, because I can't take out 7 y's here. That's why you always take out, that's why I can only take out y to the 4th, okay? Z to the 8, z to the 8, well, I could take out z to the 8th because they both have z to the 8ths, okay? So this is what my variables, this is my GCF for my variables, okay, for my letters. So I could just attach that there to the 4th, z to the 8, x squared, y to the 4th, z to the 8th. Okay, now, so 10 divided by 10 is 1. Okay, you could put that or not. X to the squared over x to the squared. Remember, whenever you divide variables, you subtract their exponents. So 2 minus 2 is 0. So these would actually cancel out because you have 2 on top and 2 on bottom, so they cancel each other out. Y to the 4th. Here, you see, they will cancel out. Z to the 8th will cancel out. So really, we're left with 1 because 10 divided by 10 is 1. So we're left with 1 minus. Now, 20 divided by 10 is 2. Our x to the squared divided by x to the squared cancels. Now we have y to the 7th over y to the 4th. You subtract these exponents. So we're getting y to the 7th minus 4. That's the exponential rule. And then we're going to get y to the 3rd. Z to the 8th, z to the 8 cancels. And so this, along with our GCF on the outside, 10 x squared, y to the 4th, z to the 8th, would be our factor term. Factor out the GCF of 27a to the 8th, b to the 3rd, c to the 12th, minus 9a to the 3rd, b to the 2nd, c to the 9th. Whew. All right, so again, we're looking for the greatest common factor. So we're going to do 27 and we're going to do 9. So 3 times 3 gives us 9. And then 3 times 9, but remember 9 is 3 times 3, okay? So if we're looking for what they have in common, we're looking here at a pair and another pair. So they have 2 3s that are in common. So our GCF for our numbers would be 3 times 3, which will be 9, okay? Now, our greatest common factor that we could take out of our variables, okay, would be, we have a to the 8th, but we can't take 8 out of 3, but we can take 3 out of 8. So it'll be a to the 3rd. Okay, look for your b's, the lowest b, b to the 2nd, and c to the 9th. Okay, so this is of our variables that we can take out, and this is our number that we can take out. So again, we're going to divide each of these by 9, a to the third, b to the second, c to the 9. 9, a to the third, b to the second, c to the 9, okay? So we get 27 divided by 9 gets us 3. Remember, whenever you divide variables, you subtract their exponents. So 8 minus 3 is going to give us a to the 5th power. Because here, I'll put it here. We're doing 8 minus 3 here. B, we're doing 3 minus 2, which will just leave us with 1b. And then 12 minus 9 is going to be c to the 3rd power. Okay. Drop down your minus sign. 9 divided by 9 is 1. You can put that, but in most textbooks and standardized tests, they'll never put the 1 there. A to the 3rd, cancel. B to the 2nd, B to the 2nd, cancel. Let me show you why. Because it's really B over B. Well, B divided by B is 1. B divided by B is 1. So this can't, so these cancel, this cancels, this cancels. And then c to the 9th cancels. So you're really just left with 1. Okay. Okay, now what you don't want to forget is what you factored out. So how you write this is you're going to write 9, a to the 3rd, b to the 2nd, c to the 9th. Put a parenthesis because all this right here is going to go inside the parenthesis. 3, a to the 5th, b, c to the 3rd, minus 1. And you should be able to multiply, distribute this back in, and end up with your original problem. And this is how you factor out the GCF. All right, let's go to the next. So again, we're trying to factor out the GCF of 30 minus 20, okay? And so hopefully it's making more sense how we find the greatest common factor with using numbers. So this will be 3 times 10, right? So this would be 3 times 10, but 10 is 2 times 5. So we would do 2 times 5. Here we would do 2 times 10. So we have a 2 times, and then again 2 times 5. 2 times 5. So whenever we're looking for the greatest common factor, we're looking at what do these have in common. So they have a 5 in common, and they have a 2 in common. So our greatest common factor for the numbers, our GCF, would be 2 times 5, which would equal 10, okay? So we can automatically put our division sign. We're going to put 10 here and 10 here. Now we're looking at our variables. So we have x to the 7th here, x to the 4th. I'm going to take x to the 4th because 4 we could pull out 4 out of 7, but we cannot pull out 7 out of 4, okay? Z to the 16th and z to the 12th. So we're going to do z to the 12th. All right. Now, you see how they have this y to the 5th here? There's no y's here. So we can't pull out a y because they both don't have y's. So then we're going to add this x to the 4th, z to the 12th. X to the 4th, z to the 12th. All right. So 30 divided by 10 is 3. Remember, whenever you divide variables, you subtract their exponents. So 7 minus 4 is going to be x to the 3rd. 16 minus 12 is z to the 4th. Minus, drop your minus sign down. 20 divided by 10 is 2. X to the 4th cancels out. We have that y to the 5th. And that z to the 12th cancels out. So this is what we're left with. Don't forget, you have to put your GCF on the outside. So 10 x to the 4th, z to the 12th, parenthesis, and all this goes inside. 3 x to the 3rd, z to the 4th, minus 2y to the 5th. And if you distribute this back in here, multiply this back, you should get this. And that's how you know if you did it correct. All right, number 4. I suggest you pause the video, try number 4, see if you get it, and let's keep it pushing. Factor out the GCF. So here we're given a to the 3rd, b to the 12th, c to the 7th, plus a to the 2nd, b to the 13th, and c to the 8th. So if we're looking for the greatest common factor, we're looking for the variables that have the lowest, okay? Because we want the greatest of the lowest. So what do I mean by that? Here we have 3 and we have 2. Well, I can't pull out 3 out of a 2, but I can pull 2 out of a 3. So my GCF is going to be a to the 2nd. I have b to the 13th here, b to the 13th. So I could pull out b to the 13th. C to the 7th and C to the 8th. Well, I can pull out a 7 out of 8, but I cannot pull 8 out of 7. So I'm going to do C to the 7th. And this is my GCF, okay? This is my greatest common factor. Now, we're going to divide these, okay? So we're going to do A to the 2nd, B to the 13th, C to the 7th, A to the 2nd, B to the 13th, C to the 7th, okay? Now, whenever you divide variables, you have to subtract their exponents. So this becomes A, 3 minus 2, which is just A. B to the 13th divided by B to the 13th cancels. C to the 7th cancels, okay? So plus A to the 2nd cancels. B to the 13th cancels. And we have C to the 8th over C to the 7th. So we're left with 8 minus 7 is just going to give us 1C. And this is what's going to go inside your parenthesis. Remember to attach your GCF that you divided out. A to the 2nd, B to the 13th, C to the 7th. And this is your final answer. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate your support. Thank you for watching. So far, I hope this is a blessing to you and that you're understanding how to factor out a greatest common factor. All right, we're going to our last one, number 5. Factor out the GCF 72 a to the 3rd, b to the 2nd, minus 24 a to the 4th, bc. All right, so we're going to list what times what gives us 72. So 8 times 9 gets us 72. Well, 9 is 3 and 3, and 8 is 2 times 4, and 4 is 2 times 2. So we want to list all our prime numbers. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3, okay? Remember, a prime number is only 1 times itself can get you that number. So 4 is not a prime because 2 times 2 gets you 4. But 2 is a prime because only 1 times 2 will ever get you 2, if that makes sense, okay? Now let's do 24. 24 is 3 times 8, okay? So we already know 8 right here, right? So we have 2 times 2 times 2 times a 3. And we're looking for what they have in common. So they have a pair of a 2 here, another pair of a 2, another pair of a 2, and a 3. So the GCF is going to be 24. For the numbers, it's 24. Now for our variables, we take the lowest of them. So because I could take out a to the 3rd out of 4, but I can't take 4 out of a 3 because there's not enough. So it's going to be a to the 3rd. I have b to the 2nd, but 1b. So I'm going to do 1b. And don't fall for it. See how this is a C here? They have no C. So since they don't have a C's in common, I cannot attach a C. So this is my greatest common factor. So now I'm going to divide that by each of these terms. I'm going to put 24, a to the 3rd, b, 24, a to the 3rd, b, okay? And if you look here, 72 divided by 24 would leave us with just a 3. A to the 3rd and a to the 3rd cancel. because 3 minus 3 is 0. We have b to the second, so this is b to the 2 minus 1, because there's an imaginary 1 up here. So 2 minus 1 is just 1b. We drop down our minus sign. 24 divided by 24 is a 1, okay? But we're not going to put it because in most standardized tests, they'll never put a 1 there. A to the 4th divided by a to the 3rd. So really we're doing 4 minus 3, which is just 1a. Our b's cancel because b divided by b is 1. And then we're left with a c. You're like, whew, we almost made it, right? So this is that. You have to attach your GCF on the outside. So you're going to put 24, a to the 3rd, b. And this, baby, is our answer. All right. I hope this lesson is a blessing to you. Thank you so much for your support. And I most definitely will catch you on the next one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share. And I've been enjoying your guys' comments. Thank you.